February 27th, 1996 marked the day that Pokemon started to become what it is today. On this day, Pokemon Red and Green released in Japan. The two games were very popular in Japan. It had some nice background music playing, but when players got to Lavender Town, the music changed. The music changed to this creepy, high-pitched, and different sound. It was said to have caused migraines, headaches, insomnia, suicide, and many other symptoms. It is said that somewhere between 96 and 200 Japanese kids killed themselves. What could have caused these kids to have those symptoms or kill themselves? It is said that within the Lavender Town theme, there are binaural beats. Binaural beats change your brainwaves and mood. There are some CDs and tapes, if anyone even still uses a tape, are made to induce relaxation, creativity, and many other types of moods. It is said that Game Freak did add binaural beats to give Lavender Town a creepy type of feeling. Now, I've been talking about this Lavender Town for a little while now, and I bet there's someone out there asking, well, what's Lavender Town? Well, I'll tell you what Lavender Town is. Lavender Town is a town within Pokemon. The town has Pokemon Tower in it, which is a gravesite for Pokemon who have died. People of this town talk about how they see ghosts, how sad they are about their deceased Pokemon, and there are even some trainers inside the tower. Now, when Red and Blue were released in the USA, Game Freak said that they updated the sound. Here's the updated version. And here's the original Red and Green version. The two themes sound completely different. Personally to me, the green version theme sounds a bit scary, but that may be because I know what is said to have happened to kids. The symptoms of Lavender Town syndrome include migraines, headaches, insomnia, self-harm, and committing suicide. If a kid had LTS but didn't self-harm or suicide, they would complain of severe headaches, acting irrational, and suffering. Here are a few of my fellow friends, yes I have friends, that I interviewed before and after listening.
Abby, and I'm 18.
Have you heard of Lavender Town syndrome?
No.
Lavender Town syndrome was after Pokemon Green released. When kids listened to it, the theme, it caused them to go insane and kill themselves. Do you believe it could be possible?
Sure.
Would you mind listening to it?
No.
How are you feeling right now?
Fine.
No headaches? Nausea? Nothing?
Nope.
So how are you feeling now?
The same?
Nothing happened? Did you feel anything while listening to it? No headaches? No earaches? Nothing? What's your name and age?
Matt, 17.
Have you heard of Lavender Town syndrome?
Yep,
Do you believe it could be possible?
definitely.
Would you mind listening to it?
Sure.
How are you feeling right now? Any headaches? Nausea?
Negative.
Nothing?
Negative.
Yeah.
What is your name and age?
Are you talking about age?
You don't have to.
Okay. My name is Linda King, and I'm 58 years old.
And you are a
School nurse.
Well, that's what he's gonna play. It's like,
I liked it.
It's
I
a
find it
confusing.
relaxing.
okay.
Really?
So if you listen to that for like 4 to 5 hours, why do you think? Do you have any speculation on why it may make someone go insane?
No, I found it kind of pleasant. I did.
No headaches, nothing? You feel more calm than you did when you came in here?
Whenever you guys are ready.
What is your name and age?
Damien, 18 years old.
Okay. Have you heard of Lavender Town Syndrome?
No.
Okay. After Pokemon Green, which is the first Pokemon game made, was released, kids listened to the audio, the Lavender Town theme, and it caused them to go insane and kill themselves. Do you believe it could be possible?
Yeah.
Would you mind listening to it?
I don't care. Sure.
Okay. So how are you feeling right now? Any headaches, nausea? Nothing?
No.
Okay. Whenever you're ready. So how are you feeling now?
I have a slight headache, but
Slight headache.
because it kept changing.
So did you feel anything while listening to it?
No.
No earaches, anything?
No.
Okay.
Now, another thing that follows around with this urban legend is how when kids started showing the signs of Lavender Town syndrome, Game Freak employees leaked a list of kids' names and symptoms. They did this because they felt guilty for what they have caused, apparently. It is also said that some employees didn't want any credit of the game, or they killed themselves. Personally, I think this whole part of this thing is fake. Maybe some employees didn't want a part of the credit if LTS is true, but I only found 3 names of kids, and I feel like someone made that part up just to add to the story. Now let's say Lavender Town Syndrome did happen. All the incidents and suicides did happen. Did Nintendo and Game Freak do something to cover it up? It is said that after all the incidents, Nintendo recalled the red and green versions. The recalled copies were considered the beta versions of the game. When they re-released the games, they claimed to have changed the audio. Could this have actually happened? I personally think it's a load of turd. I couldn't find anything on the beta version. If there is any info on it, I'd be glad to read, but I couldn't find anything. Now, everyone has their own opinion. Some think Lavender Town Syndrome is real, others think it's fake, and some think it was an accident. Could it have been? The original music had binaural beats to add a creepy type of feeling to the town. Children can hear frequencies up to 30,000 Hz, but adults can only hear around 20,000 Hz. Could the binaural beats accidentally have some frequencies close to 30,000 that only a kid could hear? If so, the beats could have changed the child's brainwaves and gave them the symptoms. What if this wasn't an accident though? What if it was an experiment? One other game to have caused similar incidents was 15 years before Pokemon Red and Green even released. In Portland, Oregon, an arcade game was made called Polybius. Polybius was released in 1981 in Portland, Oregon. The game was only in a few arcades, and it is considered an urban legend since there is no real information on the game, except for people saying they played it or saw people playing the game, and there are a few pictures out there on the internet, if they are even real. Some arcade owners even said that saw men in suits go inside the machine to gather information. The game was said to have caused people to go insane, cause intense stress, have nightmares, and try to commit suicide. After a few weeks, the game vanished. No one saw it again. It is said that Shigeru Miyamoto of Nintendo worked on Polybius and was working with the CIA. When asked about it, Miyamoto would decline everything and say he had nothing to do with it. If he was the one who worked on it, then where did he store the information on the game? Miyamoto also worked on the Donkey Kong arcade machine. It is said that Miyamoto stored all the information on Polybius that was stored in that very Donkey Kong machine, which is locked up in Nintendo's headquarters. Is Polybius more than just an urban legend, though? Did the CIA use Polybius as an experiment? Back in 1951, the CIA was working on a project called MK-Ultra, a series of experiments on the mind control. It started in 1951 and was said to have ended in 1971, but some CIA veterans say it never ended. Now, you're probably wondering what MK-Ultra was. MK-Ultra was a series of tests on unwilling people. They did many tests, procedures, and used some drugs on people. They tested for mind control and said that they ended the testing in 1971. In 1975, the President of the United States at the time ordered all files of MK-Ultra to be destroyed. Only a handful of files survived, which is around 20,000. The surviving files became declassified and available to the public. Could Polybius have been part of MK-Ultra that got destroyed? Maybe so, since there is no information on the game, except for alleged witness accounts and a few pictures that are said to be real but could be fake. Besides Polybius, could they have used any other video games to see how a video game could affect mind control? Let's look at today's video games like Battlefield or Call of Duty. I'm going to talk about Battlefield because I've had more experience playing the game than Call of Duty because I personally like it better. But in Battlefield, you have two teams or squads fighting each other in an environment that no one ever really questions. You're forced to interact with your team, work with them, and you get rewarded for certain tasks. When you buy the game, what if there's some fine print on your receipt that no one reads, or in the manual that I don't think anyone would ever read, that allows the CIA to gather information from the game on how people do and act while playing? Could they just be continuing MK-Ultra and not telling anyone? Back to the focus of the video. Lavender Town Syndrome. Is it real, fake, or just an urban legend? Could Polybius and MK-Ultra be connected to Lavender Town Syndrome? Now, in my opinion, and call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think Polybius and Lavender Town Syndrome are continuations of MK-Ultra. They are said to just be legends, but are they really? The MK-Ultra project happened from 1951 and is said to have ended in 1971, but some CIA veterans say it never ended. Both LTS and Polybius had some symptoms that affected people's minds. In Portland, Oregon, when Polybius was around, it is said that men in suits would gather info from the machine. Then all of a sudden the machines were gone. Did the CIA gather enough information to take the machines away, or were the effects too serious to keep the experiments going? 16 years after Polybius was there, Pokemon Red and Blue were released. In 1997, a few days after the release of the game, it is said that 96 to 200 Japanese kids killed themselves. After spending some time in Lavender Town and listening to its theme, it is said to have given them migraines, insomnia, self-harm, and eventually suicide, along with many other symptoms. Now, personally, I think the whole Polybius and Lavender Town Syndrome are continuations of MK-Ultra. I know, call me crazy. Or conspiracy theorist, whatever you want to call it. But it could be possible. I don't think the CIA would tell us that they're continuing experimenting on us. So, what if they are?